What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Check it out. Today I traded stock RMED. We're going to go ahead and jump into that recap here. I'm going to show you my entries and exits. All right, I'm going to show you what the plan was. And then I'm going to show you the second trade I took on it, because I took two trades on it. But I managed my risk on the second one to where it was a loss, but I'm still green on the day. All right, it's very important to know how to get that done. So we're going to walk through those process in this trade recap here. I'm also going to show you some of the other tickers we were watching at the daytraderchatroom.com. Remember to smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you're interested in trading with us for just 5 days for $5, getting access to dashboard video lesson library with over 200 videos, all right? It's just a trial area. A trial plan. I'm going to leave you a link in the description and comment section. You can come join us for 5 days, $5, and you can check us out at daytraderchatroom.com. Now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the recap on the morning here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the recap, and then we'll go over the live lesson after the recap. And that'll be uploaded to your dashboard here at the daytraderchatroom.com. Now, RMED, this one was on watch this morning. I couldn't find any news on it, but the chat room member Lisa let us know that there was some type of news there on Market Watch. So here is the watch list for today on your dashboard: RMED, AREC, SENS, AMC, and GME. These are all the ones I had on watch. All right, and if we go down the list, AREC, just kind of fading right now, trying to test VWAP. If we get a high volume break and test and hold the VWAP, you know, that one could be a potential setup there. SENS, I was looking for continuation. Leading up into the bell, it squeezed up to that resistance zone. And like I said, you know, expect a pullback at the bell since it didn't break over and hold. And here we are now testing this previous high here from Friday morning. And AMC, like I said, I wasn't going to mess with AMC because it's in the middle of the chop. It's right in the middle of the chop. I was much more inclined to have possibly taken a long on AMC had AMC opened up down here and then given us a test of this previous low and the previous all-time high of that $37 zone, okay? If it would have done that, then I would have been more inclined to have taken a trade on it. Here you go, and you can see it right here on the daily. This is for people as well that say, oh, AMC, it doesn't follow any of those rules because of the apes and whatever other nonsense. Yes, technicals still matter, because look, right here, clear as day on the daily chart. Previous resistance, support. So I was just looking for a retest of that zone. I was really hoping that it would kind of like, you know, set up on the daily, something like that, give us a clean trade, but we'll see what it does. Still on watch this week on the weekly watch list on your dashboard as well. So we'll see what AMC does. And of course, GME was also on watch. Not a whole lot going on there either. So with not much going on, right, I said, okay, so RMED is going to be the one I'm going to focus on. And I'm glad I did, because it turned out to be a good trade. I'm 1 for 2 on this one, and I'm not I'm not mad that the second trade was a loser by any means. I would take that trade again because it had a good little setup there. Now RMED, what was the setup? On the watch list, I talked about RMED, 2.6 million shares in the float, watching to see if 630 can hold support on pullbacks. Could have room to $8 to $9. High a day on this thing, it's basically $9. Okay. And the low of day is right here around 649. What did we say? 630? Pretty close, right? Because we talk about areas. Now, where do we get that 630 area from? Well, you come over here to your daily chart and you look for previous support and resistance. Here is previous resistance. Here are some arrows that I drew showing you previous resistance on the daily. Where at? Right there, 640s, 640, 650s. Here is some more previous support. Here's some more previous support. Okay, and then a little bit of structure back here, and even a little bit of support right in here in like this little valley, right? So you have a lot of level there. Now what happens? Off the bell, we test that level, we bounce right off of it on a huge volume bar right there. Boom, get halted. What is that showing you? That is showing you, boom, there's support there. There's buyers there. There is potential momentum and further upside in this stock. So we get halted right there. And what do I tell you guys? All right, guys, I'm watching for this RMED to pull in off the halt, maybe give me a quick little dip. What was I looking for? Well, I was looking for RMED. Let me see if I can get this chart to cooperate with me. Okay, so it's probably not. I was looking for RMED to do like a quick little pull in off the halt, right? And then boom, get bought right back up. I was getting ready to put out an order out there on the bid around 720, 725 to see if I can catch a fill in front of this level, right? That 718, 720 level. That's what I was looking for. Now, if we draw our Fibonacci levels as well, we can see that we had the 38.2 Fibonacci level lining up with what was at the time VWAP, all right? And if you put the crosshairs on here, look at the daily chart. You line up a little bit of structure in here. Watch, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit clearer. A little bit clearer. I'll put the crosshairs here again for you, and you see how that little line populates across some tops. Not a whole lot, but it does have some tops and some bottoms. All right, pause the video there if you need to, that way you can see it. So you have that level. I was like, okay, if we get a little dip there, I'll buy it because I'm pretty sure we're gonna, I'm pretty confident we're gonna bounce off of that zone. No dice, the stock resumes higher and pushes, makes a new high. And what I tell you guys, I'm not gonna chase, I'm gonna wait for a pullback that I can buy and be confident in. So right in here, I get long, right? I get long right in here in front of that $7 zone, and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get a retest of that zone. Now, why did I get long there? Well, now we have VWAP, that purple line. You have the 23.6 Fibonacci level, okay, all lining up around the same zone as that halt price. The halt price can be used, generally speaking, as a support or resistance zone. In this case, I'm using it as a support zone. So I have 3 intraday levels all lining up there, right? I have 3 intraday levels all lining up there. So now what's left for me to do? Well, I want to check if there's a bigger level lining up there. And what could that be? Well, it's going to be a level I'm going to look for on the daily chart. So I come on over here. I put my crosshairs, and what do I see? Look at this top from back here. You see this top back here? There's another top right in here. Right there, right? And there's more structure and little tops all throughout that zone and that zone, okay? There's a lot of little tops there, showing you that level is a little significant, right? It can't be written off. So when you put the crosshairs right in here, you line up with all those levels. I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. That level is going to make sense for me. So maybe I should look to try and get long in front of that level and see if I can ride this up to new highs. So right in there, I jump in front of that level, right? Long, RMED, 783, stop, 760 area, just underneath all that zone. Okay, and what do we get? We get a quick little pop a few minutes later, and then we get continuation. I take some profits off in here, and I take a little bit more profit off as we make a new high, right? And I get flat before we continue extending. Okay, so long 783, stop 760, taking some profits, 823, taking some more profits, 833. These are all the alerts here in the dashboard. Taking some more profits at 856, and then flat 874. And after I got flat, it continued higher, right? Now, I did get back into this trade. All throughout here, I was talking about how I'm concerned it'll get choppy, but I'm going to keep it on watch because if it cleans itself off and gets off of this support zone, I think maybe we can get some shorts trapped in here. So let's redraw these Fibonacci levels. Right on this candle, I decide that I like it. Why? We've bounced off of the support finally. That's a confirmation candle on an increase in volume. we have $8 that's lining up with the 23.6 fib, that's lining up with the 9 AMA, that's lining up with VWAP, and check it out right in here. Look at this $8 resistance zone. Right there. That's all $8. A bunch of tops at $8, okay? So I'm like, okay, we have similar setup to what was going on back here, right? We have it here. Now, why did I get flat up in here? Well, because I wanted to get flat in front of $9 because $9 is previous resistance. You see it right in here on the daily chart. So now I'm like, okay, if we trapped some shorts all throughout here, and now they're all up in here and they're uncomfortable, maybe we get a cover. And we can break through 9 and see this thing make a run towards 950, $10. Look at $10 right there on the daily. You see these previous tops. So I get long right in there for my next trade on this one. Long RMED, 846, stop $8 area. But I tell you guys, I'm taking smaller size on this trade because I'm going to protect my profits on the day. So if this trade goes red against me, I can still remain green. So I take smaller share size here to account for the risk and to protect my profits. And right here, I get stopped out. All right, no biggie. That was it. So 1 for 2, but still green on the day. And that's what matters. It's risk management. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that and learned something from it. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below for me. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. And I'll catch you on the next one.